All right, y'all. We are back once again, man. Y'all probably seeing this later in the night, but we are here with some more gameplay for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Earlier this morning, or like at 12, I put out a reaction to the trailer that they just dropped. But some lucky creators got to actually play this game. I think at Summer Games Fest. We're going to be watching Globoku. I think it's how you say this dude's name. I've seen a lot of his videos. I still don't know how you say his name, but Globoku, he got a 9-minute video talking about his time with the game, showing some more kind of raw gameplay. Gameplay that we saw in the trailer that came out this morning, but I guess he's just going to be going a little bit more in depth. Also found an article with an interview with one of the producers of the game. I'm going to go through that and just bask in all things Xenoverse 3 because this game looks freaking amazing. But let's jump right into it.
This year at Summer Games Fest, I got to see Dragon Ball
Gotta
Xenoverse.
pause it. Hold on. I'm probably going to be pausing a lot throughout. Maybe. I want to play it, but this mug in English. The screenshots that came out earlier for these pictures, it was still in Japanese. But so this is the Earthling. And this right here, or this guy, John 1000, I guess, is the Saiyan. I actually saw stuff about the races. We're going to get new races, or new, think Demon and Kai. I think we can make a Kai character now. But let's watch.
See Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 gameplay for the very first time. I didn't get to play it, unfortunately, but it was played right in front of me. It wasn't a video, it was live gameplay. And it was a demo very similar to this one we're watching right now. I'm going to let it run uncut, and I'll let you know everything that was told to me during this presentation, everything that I was able to learn, as well as break down the gameplay that we're about to see. We're going to start right here in this room. We're going to take a look at the lobby outside of this room. I got to see the city outside of the lobby too, but unfortunately we don't have that footage. But then we're going to jump into a mission where you'll see some of the basics of combat, and we're even going to fight against the boss fight. The mission itself feels like a little bit like a parallel quest in Xenoverse 2, though in this case in Xenoverse 3, I don't know if that's actually the case, if it's a parallel quest, if it's a side mission. It looks to be a main mission as Gamma.
It seems like, I'm gonna go back into it, but I saw people saying it seems more like an MMO this time around, and the way the trailer makes it seem, it's like it's a isekai, however you say it, when you die and like go into another world. That's what it seems like. Our player is getting pretty much sent to this world. We don't know who we are, we don't know where we are, but we're here now and we got to fit in, and it's like our little adventure. It seems way different from Xenoverse 1 and 2 with all the time patrolling and all that. This is an entirely new thing, and that excites me,
One is actually calling us to talk about this request that he has, and so we'll head there, and we'll have a big mission and a boss fight at the end.
Like, this is probably our room or something, Maybe we can customize it later, like they're making it a little bit more personal, I guess. Maybe that's a good word for it. I don't know.
Start right here in this room because it's kind of messy right now. It is the same as we saw in the revealed trailer, so that seems to indicate that this is kind of early game, but I was told that you can actually customize this room fully. You can change things around. You can make this room your own room.
You can Dragon Ball Sims.
If this is early game, it is going to be a little bit confusing because when we jump into a mission, you'll see that this character is actually level 40. Now, I want to bring up the stats that we saw right before we jumped into this bedroom, and you may notice that we have 5 stats this time around. HP, strike attack and defense, blast attack and defense, and that is it. No stamina, no ki, no anything like that. Definitely a simplification of the RPG systems or the stats that we saw in Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking or saying earlier. I don't want to say making it more like an MMO will make it more simple, but like I said in the video we dropped this morning, yeah, I don't see a key gauge or a stamina gauge no more. I think it's close to you, like it's one gauge now, like a gacha game, where it's like that little meter that's like in the center of the screen or right by your character. Seems like it's getting replaced with that, but let's see what Global got to say about it once we get there.
Side. Also, you may have seen some scans earlier in the month, or I guess last week, that had a little bit of a mistranslation. The GS on the character's shoulders, on their uniforms, and in the trailers and everything, that stands for the Great Saiyaman Corps, not the Great Saiyan Corps. And yes, this is Vegeta from the Saiyan arc that you're seeing right here in the log.
It said Vegeta Saiyan arc. We'll have different Vegetas around, or like
I spotted Trunks, I spotted Goku as well. These characters seem to just be hanging around. They may be mentors like they were in Xenoverse 2, but outside, we're not going to get to see what the town looks like because we're going to jump straight into the mission.
Xenoverse 2, there was like, you know, Vegetas, the characters around, you had to talk to them. They could be your mentor, but maybe they're going to have different versions around in West City. You know, you can be a mentor with, you know, early Goku or super Goku, you know what I'm saying, to get those moves, since it seems parallel quests are going to be reworked. You know, we might can only earn skills from mentor things or something. I don't know. It just feel like it's so much new to this game. Like, we just got to wait to see more and actually play it ourselves.
Now, why are these characters here? It will make sense. That's what I was told. But right now, the story, it was not the focus of this demo. It was definitely the gameplay. And here we go.
Man, oh man. Freaking advertisement. Come on now. I ain't
6
editing this bit, so like,
essentials in every bowl.
hurry up and let me hit skip.
With SafeLight, you can get that fixed now and pay later.
Always 2 ads now, bro. It's been forever since I had just
Portal
one.
Looking very similar to Xenoverse 2 Portal.
Yeah.
And the mission that we're about to embark in, most missions are actually 4-player.
One thing I noticed, I ain't gonna lie, it seems like we have body type customization. I know in Xenoverse 2 and 1, we can make ourselves taller, wider, you know, shorter, whatever. But like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, the Majin, female Majin here,
Portal looking very
like
similar
her
to
chest
Xenoverse
muscles
2 Portal.
are
and
a little
the mission
larger,
that we're
bro.
about
You
to
know, compared to the Earthling, you feel me?
embark in, most missions are actually 4-player
You know?
co-op. If you don't have players to play alongside you, you're going to
my
play as the
goodness.
bots. We see a Majin, we see a Frieza race. We're playing as an Earthling, and Saiyans are also confirmed. So those are 4 races right now that have been confirmed playable for Xenoverse 3.
Dude, I haven't seen all of this gameplay before. I saw the opening part, this scene right here. I think I'm covering it, but I saw when they, you know, loaded into the game, but I haven't seen any of the gameplay. I ain't gonna lie, the camera, I always say this with games, but I wish the camera was a little bit closer. Maybe we can change that. HUD, I remember saying this in the video we made this morning. It does seem a little cluttered, but
From
I don't know.
playable for Xenoverse 3. I definitely am expecting
Break. Yeah, we learned we can still break stamina pretty much, but it's not the way we would do it in Xenoverse 2. Let me take these captions off, because as you can see, hopefully I'm not covering this, but this is probably the summon where we can turn into Trunks. Left trigger, Super God Fist, Kamehameha, Energy Charge, Kaioken Assault. So we still got our moves. I heard people say that we only have one ultimate move now, which is crazy. I guess we'll find out. But maybe we can like replace or mix them around. Maybe the summons can replace an ultimate, you know? Either we have 2 ultimates or 1 ultimate and a summon, you know? Or a soul change.
the mechanics as well, but we'll see if they have any more announcements beyond that. Right now,
Dude,
there's a lot going on screen, and I'll
looks
be
so
sure
clean.
to take my time to break down all of it. First thing you may notice is Kaioken Assault and Kamehameha, 2 big special moves that were done immediately. Big break as well, and this is Super God
Oh my
Fist.
goodness.
Now, the skills are on cooldown. You can't just do them. You can't just spam
Cooldown
them.
now.
They don't cost ki anymore. They are completely
That was pretty quick. I heard him say it don't cost key. That's going to be a crazy adjustment coming off of Xenoverse 2, especially since I've been playing it more, and I'm going to be playing it even more, you know, lately. That's going to be a crazy adjustment. No key. But the cooldown, I'm going to go back a little bit.
The skills are
Right here.
on cooldown.
Kinda
You
quick.
can't just do
Ain't that
them. You
bad.
can't just spam them. They don't cost ki anymore. They are completely free, but you do have to manage the cooldowns, which
Okay.
are pretty short, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of ki, you may notice that there is no stamina. Ki
No
does
stamina?
both things, offense and defense. Stamina was more
See
of a
this.
defensive
Okay, so we can still, this about to be heat. This about to be so fire. We can still charge up though. As you saw,
Offense.
this right here, I guess is the meter like he was saying.
and defense. Stamina was more of a defensive
Charge it up.
resource back in Xenoverse 2. You could use it for some offense stuff as well, but there was a clear divide of like,
Oh my
okay, we're going to
goodness,
use
bro.
ki for offensive skills and stamina mostly for defense. Now, you have to manage both. You see the ki bar at the center of the screen. It's a very
Yeah.
crucial piece of resource, and that's why they
Okay.
put it front and center. I believe you can have a maximum of 5 key bars, and since they are not a stat that you level up anymore, it may
Always
be
gonna be
homogenized.
5?
Every character may have 5 key bars. The reason why I believe that is that every enemy also has 5 key bars. Every boss you're going to encounter
Okay.
here has 5 key bars, so it may just be universal, 5 key bars for every character. Here's the ultimate Super Kamehameha. You can aim it, targeting multiple characters, taking all of them down.
Yeah,
Now,
it seems like a lot of previous Dragon Ball games, like the gameplay, or some of the new ones, like the free, what's it called, Gekishin Squadron or Breakers. Like a lot of Dragon Ball games fuse into one new one. You know, when it comes to the gameplay.
On the left side of the screen, you see the L2 button. That's how you do your ultimate, L2 plus triangle. The other two mechanics are brand new, but you will notice that there is no escape ability anymore. So that is a slot that they are seemingly getting rid of. Not to say that there aren't defensive mechanics. There's a new mechanic right there. Soul Assist, where you summon the help of one of the Z Warriors of the past. I believe villains will also be available. I mean, it is Xenoverse, but that has not been confirmed at this point. And yeah, you have 2 stocks of that. It does not spend any ki. You just have it on a cooldown pretty much. The other mechanic, the other new mechanic, is called Soul Switch. That is the Trunks face that you see right there. We will see that in action in a second as well. But I would love to tell you first that Soul Switch actually replaces your awakening ability. So if you're an Earthling, or
oh, they said it didn't though. I've been seeing stuff saying it doesn't replace it. You can just choose either. I guess if you have a Soul Switch, you can't transform. I probably will never use Soul Switch. I gotta be honest, bro. I have to transform unless I have an Earthling character. That's probably what he was about to say.
A character that doesn't have a big focus on transformations. I could see that being useful, but if you're playing a Saiyan, let's be real, you're gonna have a Super Saiyan transformation.
Exactly.
Or your favorite Saiyan transformation. Who knows? So Soul Switch may not see a lot of use in the final game when Xenoverse 3 comes out.
I want to make a character in every race, so I'll have an Earthling character, and that's when I'll use Soul Switch. But yeah, maybe with my Majin, you could turn into Kid Buu on Xenoverse 2. I don't know, but yeah, Soul Switch probably won't be used that much by me.
That's just a theory, however. Who could say how players are going to use, how they're going to gravitate? But typically, it's Xenoverse. You want to create your own character, and you want to be able to transform. So from here, we jump forward to the boss fight, and it is Broly Super. He's going to start with a big boss attack, just a barrage of Ki Blast that you have to hide behind these icebergs for. Pretty simple mechanic, but it's good to see that they're still doing these big boss mechanics.
Yeah, because this is literally from the other Xenoverse 1 and 2, I like this. I feel like this is going to be good.
Multiplayer. I mean, this is a type of attack we've seen in a lot of multiplayer games. And this kind of movement, use the environment to protect yourself from enemy attacks, usually works really well. Now, with Ki being such a central resource, you will notice that a lot of the actions that used to use Ki, like super dashing, do not use Ki anymore. The homing dash still does, but a lot of the actions that you do actually restore Ki automatically. Oh, here's the Soul Switch, by the way. We're going to become Trunks for a limited time, 41 seconds, according to the bottom left. Yeah. And that is going to change your melee attacks. That is going to change your supers as well.
It's definitely a cool system for an Earthling. But if I'm a Saiyan, yeah, I need to be Super Saiyan. I saw a tweet, somebody that played this game or at least seen it, they said, apparently our hair changes for Super Saiyan 3 as well. I know we had done the other Xenoverse, but you saw how on the gameplay trailer we saw this morning when he transformed and his hair actually spiked up. He had like a freaking bowl cut or whatever, then it spiked up in Super Saiyan 1. We'll get a full transformation for Super Saiyan 3 and the hair will change. I don't know, it sounded like it was going to be.
And that's going to change your ultimate. In fact, I think we're going to see a couple of them. But speaking of Ki and stamina, as you are punching up the opponent... Oh, I just noticed. Trunks actually has more Ki than 5 bars. So forget what I said about the universal mechanic. Or maybe it's a Soul Switch exclusive thing. Okay. There's a Burning Attack. And here's Shining Soul Slash. 2 more specials that we'll probably be able to equip on our created characters as well.
I honestly feel like the game may be a little bit more easier once you get a grasp of the controls, but that's just me looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I'll be getting voted on Xenoverse 2, but I feel like, yeah, we have to manage our stamina and Ki in 1 meter now, but I don't know, with cooldown moves, we really got to focus on hands in a way, I got to get in there and box, so that might make it a little bit more, I don't know. I'm speaking too soon, bro. The game gonna come out, I'm gonna be getting
now,
folded.
As Broly takes damage, notice that his Ki is going down, especially when dealing melee damage. And with only 5 seconds to go, let's unleash the Heat Dome attack, the big ultimate.
Man.
Now, speaking of melee attacks, it doesn't seem to be the case anymore that You just have a fixed set of melee combos depending on the race that you pick. It's not like all the Saiyans are going to have the same combos, all the Earthlings are going to have the same combos. I'm specifically talking about the square and triangle buttons, the punches and kicks, because now you can actually equip combos from, or movesets from your mentors. I've been told specifically that Vegeta and Trunks are available. The Saiyan that I saw being played, because I didn't see Earthling. This is an Earthling that we're watching right now. The Saiyan that I saw being played was using Vegeta's moveset. I'm not sure what this one is. Could be Vegeta as well.
That's so peak, bro.
But you will be able to equip the moveset of different characters. And that,
bro, can you imagine the customization? It would be nice if we could like choose a moveset. Light attack is Vegeta, heavy attacks freaking Goku. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I feel like customization, and it's just as Xenoverse 2 just times 100, you know, and I'm times 1,000, H1000, bruv.
That's definitely going to increase the variety of gameplay and the variety of character that you can actually create. Now, Ki doesn't only deplete when you attack an opponent, it also increases when you attack an opponent unless you are doing a series of homing dashes like this. Obviously, that's very expensive, but with the boss's health that low, it was definitely worth it. And that is the end of the demo. Obviously, there's still a lot to learn about this game, but I got what I wanted, which was to look at gameplay. These are the game's bones. This is what it plays like. From here, I would love to see what content they are going to bring into the game. But for now, I would just love to know what you
DLC
thought
looking
of
like
this basic combat in the comments down below. And
it looked amazing to me, man. We definitely have to see more, like you were saying. There's a demo happening. They announced like a road demo, I think, in certain locations where people can play the game. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot more gameplay very soon. I think they said that demo tour starts July 10th, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're going to be seeing more gameplay very soon, and that freaking excites me. Let me check my OBS real quick. Okay, I just want to make sure I was still recording and whatnot. Let's go over to this interview. Gameplay looked amazing, but let's see if we can find out any other details through this interview. Now I'm just gonna skim through because I think it was kind of long, but the bold is I think the questions, and then we got the answers. But okay, let's just go through H1000, kind of skim through real quick. Just want to see if I see anything that's standing out. You know, can players take part in the main story mode seamlessly online with their friends, or is that strictly reserved for separate multiplayer missions? Story mode is structurally designed as a dedicated single-player experience. Okay, much like Xenoverse 1 and 2, the campaign is focused entirely on the GS Squad time patrol dynamics, your custom avatar's unique journey, and exploring the narrative. I did see where I think it's like 20 to 30 hours worth of story mode content. I think it was from this interview. Been seeing tweets going out all morning, bro, all day. Let's see. Personal identity. Is this about customization? Character customization is the absolute core pillar of the franchise. Players want to express exactly who they want to be when entering the Dragon Ball universe. To facilitate that, the range of customization options in Xenoverse 3 is significantly wider than the first two games. Holy moly. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I saw somewhere where we have talking about the character races. When we initially mapped out development, we experimented with a traditional subtraction style system, meaning choosing strict lock character classes that limit what you can do. However, we realized that in the world of Dragon Ball, every single character ultimately wants to become the ultimate multi-talented warrior. Because of that, we shifted to a completely to an addition style system. Instead of locking you into narrow archetypes, players have the absolute freedom to dynamically swap different skills, attributes, and styles in and out, empowering them to craft whatever type of custom warrior they can imagine. So that's kind of what Globalku was saying. We're having different movesets from different characters and mixing and mingling. You might be a Saiyan with the moveset of a Majin, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this finna be peak, bro. Holy moly. Okay, height and physical size affect movement. I think that happened in the other Xenoverse, yeah. It say, no, physical dimensions do not impact your baseline stats or attributes this time around. Okay, so we don't got to worry about that. Because I've been seeing people saw NPCs that's like wide, you know, really skinny, really fat. So it's like, they're NPCs, but maybe we can make our characters like that too. You know? If a player wants to completely change their character's appearance or mechanical build down the line, can they do so freely? I would hope so. I don't want to freaking do the wishing for Dragon Balls every time or using Dragon Balls. You definitely will not have to completely delete your progress and start over from scratch. You have built in a lot of latitude, tweak their builds. That said, we still want your character's growth choices to carry a certain weight pride. Okay, so it won't be entirely, so it won't be freely, probably. Like, I can't change my whole character, then 2 minutes later go change him again quickly. But it seems like it's going to be a little bit easier, I guess, in Xenoverse 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see. Just skimming through. Hopefully I'm not missing nothing too major. Just want to, see if anything catch my eye. And then soul shifting mechanic. How did you go about deciding which specific characters from the franchise history would be available to utilize via soul shifting? Yeah, that's right. It would be nice if any character, we can use soul shifting. So when I do use my Earthling, I can just turn into freaking Ultra Instinct Goku, I hope we still have the Nimbus transformation though for Earthlings. I feel like that would be pretty cool. You feel me? Especially with these new graphics. Ooh, will we see content from Dragon Ball GT or Daima crossing over? We already saw Daima in Xenoverse 2 and GT, so I mean, pretty sure we would eventually. Because our sandbox is rooted squarely in a brand new timeline within age 1000, how we explicitly bridge the gap to past anime series and spin-offs is closely guarded. Okay, it's a closely guarded secret for now. However, the future setting gives us a clean slate to incorporate elements elegantly, so stay tuned. Okay then, all right then. DLC. They're gonna add DLC just like they did with the other ones, bro. Let's see, do they still hold a world martial arts tournament in age 1000? That's something we are keeping under wraps for a future announcement. No way. New world martial arts tournament, bro. Freaking everything just futuristic. Let's see. Philosophy roadmap. Probably can't share too much. Yeah, well, I can't detail specific seasonal content. It's probably a lot we won't hear. Like, that's what it's surprising. It's surprising that we're getting so much out right now because, I feel like they can't tell us too much right now, but they're showing us all these gameplay. So it's like, maybe this mug coming damn January 2027. I would be happy about that, Let's see. Would there be any legacy save data bonuses for players with active save profiles in Xenoverse 2 and Sparking 0? Understand that we are actively evaluating the exploring cross-promotional rewards. Okay, so we might get some stuff. I did see we're getting crossplay. Huh? That's actually the end of this interview. I think there's another one because it was another website. It was like a white background instead of this darker one, and there was a lot of other different questions like with the race. Like I saw one where they specifically said we can make an android this time around. That's one of the new races, and a Kai, so I could make a whole Kai godlike being as a CAC. That's gonna be so crazy, dude. But we're gonna end this up right here. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 2027. I cannot freaking wait. Looks so clean. Can't wait to see more gameplay outside of this right here, because this is literally what's going to be going around for like the next week. Just going to keep seeing this, people finding things in it. On this frame right here, yeah, the HUD definitely looks kind of crowded, but it's something I feel like with Marvel Rivals. What's another game? Freaking Suicide Squad, when that was going around, looking at it, yeah, it looks very crowded. But when you play a game that looks crowded, you know what I'm saying? Once you kind of lock into it, it honestly, for me anyway, it doesn't affect me. Like playing Marvel Rivals or when Suicide Squad came out, yeah, the HUD was kind of nuts, but playing it, locking in, it really didn't bother me as much as I thought it would when you just look at it like this. So yeah, this is definitely a game that I feel like we just have to play for ourselves. Hopefully we can get an actual public, worldwide global demo for everybody before this game launches, so we can see how this mug feeling. It would be nice if we could, they'll let us make our character first before we actually get in that mix, but this is looking amazing. But I'm gonna end this up right here. Y'all let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section. And if there's any other new Xenoverse 3 news, gameplay, or, a lot of new stuff coming out, definitely expect another video from me. But until then, I'm going to end this up right here. Hope y'all enjoyed.